All right, so this is my first 2024 presidential election prediction. I believe the Republicans will nominate combat veteran, businessman, and future U.S. Senator John James from Michigan, and his running mate will be Governor of Florida Ron DeSantis, and the Democrats will nominate Governor of California Gavin Newsom, and his running mate will be former Georgia State Representative Stacey Abrams. So, to start off this prediction, we will go west to east. State of Washington will be no. Will be safe Democrat. I wish it was safe Republican. Safe Democrat. Probably close to likely. It'll be at the 10-point mark. Because of the high concentration of Bernie bros in the Northwest, won't really support a more establishment Democrat, but he will still win it safe. Oregon will be likely. I think James could trend it a little bit further to the left, but not so much to move it into the highly competitive region. And of course, Newsom will win his home state safe. Alaska safe Republican. Hawaii safe Democrat. Nevada, I say, would be toss up because they're sort of counteracting forces here with Newsom and DeSantis. I think Newsom could get some support just because it's next to California, but DeSantis also has more suburban Republican appeal that will appeal in Clark County, which is the county Las Vegas is in. Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, 2nd District will be lean. All these will be safe Republican. The state of Arizona, I believe, will still be lean Republican. Newsom could cut into the margin a little bit, but I think it'll be counterbalanced by DeSantis and his suburban Sunbelt appeal. Colorado will be a toss-up. Same thing. I think DeSantis' suburban appeal could help. New Mexico will be lean Democrat. Really hasn't trended in either direction too much. So you really can't say it's going to start moving in a certain direction. Texas likely. DeSantis will help in the suburbs, and James will help in the eastern part of the state where there's a high concentration of black voters, right next to Louisiana, as well as the inner city areas, especially Houston and Dallas, that will keep Texas from becoming too competitive. Florida also likely for James, as this is basically all DeSantis. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Mostly DeSantis, but James also eats into black vote margins in the Panhandle. Georgia, this is why picking Stacey Abrams is ultimately going to backfire on the Democrats, because picking a black woman for vice president when the opposing party has a black man for president is sort of like bringing a knife to a gunfight. You're you're not you're just not really strategizing that well at that point. James will counteract trends among college educated whites with an improvement in turnout and support from blacks. Same thing with North Carolina. Again, see explanation of Georgia, except replace Atlanta with Charlotte. Iowa, safe. because of John James and his policies that appeal to the working class population of Iowa, as well as Minnesota with the Iron Range, as well as the western 2/3 of the state, which basically votes like the Dakotas, will trend even further to the right as the Republicans start to develop a more farmer labor coalition in the Midwest. I think you could see that phrase will be coming up in a video I will be making about my idea for the Republican Farmer Labor Party to counteract the Democratic Farmer Labor Party in the state of Minnesota as well as the Midwest in general. But continuing now, Wisconsin, a similar idea will be likely. The trends and John James's Rust Belt appeal will move the state further to the right into the likely column, possibly almost safe. I think Wisconsin could be almost 10 points. Michigan, same thing. His home state will get increased turnout in Detroit, as well as Oakland County, which have been pretty significantly Democrat over the past few election cycles. Ohio, I don't want that. Ohio will be safe. Same reason as Iowa. And Pennsylvania will be likely. See Michigan and Wisconsin, and Virginia will be tilt. See North Carolina on that one, which was C Georgia, which was basically C Florida. Except replace Charlotte and Atlanta with the DC suburbs. Again, you begin to see a trend in the South. Suburbs become more liberal because of Republicans moving to trade protectionism, and thus Republicans need to improve among rural voters as well as black voters in the South in order to maintain their advantages in these very crucial states moving forward. Illinois will be likely for Newsom. Again, James will eat into the Chicago inner city as well as St. Louis, the suburbs, as well as drum up support in the sort of working class suburbs of Chicago. At least the ones that are, like I said, not Democrat, to put it simply. Maryland's safe. DC, oh no. DC safe. Delaware will be lean. I think black vote and trends will keep this one competitive, but I think Newsom will still pull it off. New Jersey likely, Connecticut likely, Rhode Island likely again. Unpopular Democratic governors, rural areas voting increasingly Republican, and cities pretty much stagnating. Could see Republicans do much better in these states over the next few election cycles. Massachusetts will still be safe. New York will still be safe. Vermont will still be safe. I think Maine's first district will be likely, whilst Maine's second district will be safe. Maine at large will be lean. New Hampshire will be lean. Again, Maine at large and New Hampshire have the white working class appeal, or that John James would have for these people that are much more concerned about whether or not they'll be keeping their job and not so much concerned as I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. It's a college joke. But that's it. That's it. DeSantis or James 337, Newsom 185, and too early 16. Dang, too early with a good third party showing. Nice. Um, so that's it. Uh, my next video, I'm. I think I'll do the Yap news analysis next. Um, again, I'm going to try to diversify my content. I will do Yap news analysis. Then I will do the Republican Farmer Labor Party. And then I will make my official America First party platform in the case that a Con Inc. Republican like Nikki Haley is nominated, and maybe the Democrats nominate like a Tulsi Gabbard that we would be kind of okay with voting for. Or not voting for, but voting against Haley, knowing that Gabbard is preferable to Haley, um, at least regarding trade policies. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you with the Yap News analysis sometime soon.